Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world, country. I had to get out today, and I looked up the weather for today, and it said 45 degrees at was it 9 or 10 o'clock? But it's actually really nice, and I did bring a coat, a heavy winter coat, and I really don't need it. So anyway, I'm at Alto Park. I haven't been here since, I was trying to figure it out. This is my favorite park in Santa Fe, by the way. I haven't been here since last September, last fall. Well, no, it was actually at the end of the summer. It was really still summer, because our summer lasts longer, but, so yeah, I haven't been here since then, and I wanted to come back and kind of just chill. This is a really good park for doing that. I'm at the playground right now, but I'm gonna head on over to the river, a trail. Well, I'm not gonna hang out on the trail. I'm gonna go find my special bench and drink my soda and all that. I like to sit and relax here, but I don't know. Yes, I'm not a kid. Well, at heart, but I don't think, I don't know. I don't think this is age appropriate for me to be playing on this type of playground equipment. So maybe I'll just go sit over here for a minute under this. These are for shade, these umbrella things. I have a lot of them here. I see them I guess in Albuquerque and Santa Fe, because our sun gets pretty intense, well, more so in the summer, in the spring and summer, early fall. I just had to get out. It's been quite a while since I've actually gotten out by myself to chill, relax, and just think about, I don't know, just life in general, being outside. It's February, and here I am. Look at this. Look at the sky. I mean, I'm lucky to have that. Coming from the Midwest, we didn't see much sun until probably May, so we've got quite a ways to go before May, 3 more months, and I look forward to it. But anyway, right now, the Chinle Trail, well, it's not really, I mean, that's the town it's nearest to. It's really, I guess, not much there, but Canyon de Chelly has been high on my list for, I would say, 5 years or so at least. And I have a friend who lives in Flagstaff, which is actually 200 and some miles from there. But she said it's on her radar to go there. She's from Chicago. I knew her. She was one of my customers at work. We became friends and stayed in touch. And that was really, really nice that I've been able to keep in touch with her. So a lot of people I lost touch with from Chicago. I mean, I see them on social media like Facebook, but I don't really talk to them much. I sometimes comment, or they'll like a picture or something like that, but she's one I've really kept in touch with, and I have her phone number, and I keep in touch with her, and we met up on the trip I took 4 years ago. I can't believe it's been 4 years since I went to Vegas. That was my because of COVID, belated birthday gift from my parents when I turned 50. Well, I was actually 51 when it happened. It was March of 2022. My birthday's now in February, just passed, but we ended up going in March, which was fine. I didn't really care, but yeah, I met up with her in Arizona on the way that was just a magical moment when I saw her, when she picked me up from her motel, because I hadn't seen anybody, and at that point it was 5 years, 6 years, no, it wasn't that long, maybe 4 years at that point. I don't know, it doesn't matter. I did meet up with her. We hung out in a town called Williams, Arizona, which is our old Route 66, all the neon motel, old motels, and gift and souvenir shop. It was really neat. It was fun, and it was nice to see her. She took me out to a little Mexican kind of place to eat, and we walked around, took pictures. She loves photography too. So I don't know about this trip. I'm not sure, because she said she had that Monday. We're leaving on Monday, but it's a 4-hour drive from Santa Fe up to Chinle, Arizona, and it's a 3-hour drive for her. So I don't know how it would work. We were going to make a couple of stops. My parents wanted to go to this place, and then nearby in a small town in Arizona. And then I wanted to go to it's a town. I think it's on a reservation. It's called Window Rock. There's a giant like rock formation that's like has a real huge hole like opening in it, like to look like a window. It's really neat, and I want to get some selfies and things, pictures. And yeah, so I'm excited. I really am. It's gonna be nice to get out of town again, and I think the last time we really took any kind of road trip or anything was Thanksgiving. So it's been a while. I mean, it's been a few months. So I'm ready. And it's a birthday celebration. And, my dad wants to go there, my mom wants to go there. And so, they're not just doing it for me. They are going to enjoy it and get something out of it. So I'm happy about that. It's not, Now, as far as Florida, no. I've been having trouble with the safe. Well, I'm not going to say I had trouble with it. Well, it's a long story, but no, I'm going to do it. It's going to take time, and it's something I committed to, and I just like almost fantasize about Florida and memories of it like 30 years ago, the last time we went. It looks so different from what I remember because that was so long ago. And it just looks so different, and it just gave me such a different feeling to see all these Florida videos. It's a good feeling I'm seeing now. It was okay, and 30 years ago, it just wasn't what it is today. And actually, it seemed pretty chill. I don't know, we went to Epcot, so I don't know. It just didn't seem like there was a lot of people. We were there in the wintertime at Christmas, but yeah. I think about it. I like fantasize about Florida and warm weather, palm trees, water, ocean, whatever. We're not going to be by the ocean when we go, but hopefully, and my dad knows I really want to go to, the main purpose of it is to pay my respects to my dear friend Adam, and also just see like the places he filmed and do some of my own filming there. And there was just so much interesting stuff he filmed in Florida right near Celebration I'm going to go to. I have some friends, new Florida friends. I call them my Florida friends. And well, that's what they are. I'm a New Mexico friend to them. On YouTubers, and I'm going to try to meet up with them. I have never in my life, well, in my short 5-year YouTube career so far, I have not met another YouTuber. I've never met any of the people I follow or anything, and it's been a dream of mine to meet them, and like in person, and just shake their hand and have a conversation, have some coffee, have them show me around. That would just be really. That would be a dream come true. It really would. So this Florida thing, I hope it works out. I know, well, I was going to say about my dad. He saw my post. I made a post on Facebook about it, that was my wish to do the Orlando area later this year. And he liked the post. He gave it a thumbs up. So I think I don't know. I'm going to have to maybe open a savings account on my own. So I won't be tempted to spend the money, and if I save a lot of money, I don't want to leave that around my apartment in a jar. Like if I saved up to say $1,000, I don't want $1,000 sitting in my room just there. It's not. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with that. So anyway, I'm sitting here at the playground. There's really not a soul here. Really, I guess people don't really come out in February to the parks. There's somebody over there walking on the trail, but no, there's just nobody here. There's a school or something over there, and I hear kids screaming or having fun. I don't know. But I'm going to walk. I might sit here for a minute, open my soda, have a little soda. I mean, there's nowhere around here really to get any kind of snack. I mean, there's the Co-op Market, which is like down that road over there, Alameda, and that's the closest place. It's not, it's a little expensive. It's not too far. It's not a bad walk. It's, but with my chronic pain and everything, it might be a little, I haven't really gone out walking in a long time, and it's bad, but it's been so cold. It has been just so cold. January, particularly, and now it's February, but almost the middle of February. January was just horrible weather, and that's why I had to get out. I just needed to get out and just do something for myself, do more of what makes me happy, and that's just going to a park and hanging out by the river. Yes, we do have a river here in Santa Fe. It's to me, even I was gonna say to most people, or people from places where there are a lot of rivers and lakes, and me included, because I grew up in the Midwest, of course. Everybody knows that now. I lost my train of thought again. Oh yeah, it's not what I mean. It's a river. It has water in it usually. And, it's pretty. It's actually really pretty, and there's like a footbridge over here. Well, there's a lot of them in Santa Fe, actually. A lot of footbridges going over the river. The river goes, I don't know, my dad was telling me where, I think he said like Louisiana, all the way there. I don't know, I've got to look that one up. But yeah, the Santa Fe River. And then I've seen it like down south of here, like 20 miles south of Santa Fe, in a place called Cochiti, where I visited about almost a year ago in March. It's a big man-made lake, but the river goes down near there, the Santa Fe River. I don't know how much further. I'm sure it goes much further in New Mexico. I mean, my dad said it goes to Louisiana, so I think he said Louisiana. But anyway, and I would never ask my parents to drive to Florida. There is no way. It is a 28-hour drive, which if my parents drive 7-hour days or 6 or 7-hour days, it would take 4 days by car to get there, because we stop overnight. We do not push through the night or anything. That's just not a good idea anymore, now that we're all older. So I would never, I used to be terrified of flying. I was just, oh my gosh, I was deathly terrified of flying for the longest time. I just wouldn't even get on a plane. Sometimes my parents would have a plane ticket for me to go, say, to a wedding or some family wedding, and I just couldn't do it. I just freaked out about, because I had a bad experience. I'll explain why. I had a bad experience on a plane when I was when we were in Chicago, and the first time I ever came out to visit here as a tourist. We were coming back. It was in the summer. And I was thinking, oh, the summer, it's safer to fly in the summer, not a lot of bad weather. Well, I was wrong about that. We had to stop in, I guess, Kansas City and then St. Louis. Well, it was only an hour flight from St. Louis to Chicago, but I don't know how, maybe 20 minutes into that flight, it was brutal. I mean, it was the worst flight, the worst turbulence I've ever experienced. It was scary. There was a lightning storm and lightning all around, and somebody screamed, and I didn't know if it was me or not. I guess it wasn't, but I was holding my mom's hand for we were just just shaking and going up and down, and the plane had dropped, in altitude. I don't know how much, but it was scary. It was a really scary experience, and ever since then, I have not enjoyed, I don't mind flying. I like taking off. I like landing. I like just looking out the window at the sky and clouds, but I do not like turbulence at all. So anyway, back to that flight, they could not land the plane that night because it wasn't safe to do so. We were circling around and around in circles up in the air. We couldn't land in Chicago at the Midway Airport. And they were talking about having to go to like either Milwaukee or, I don't know, Indianapolis maybe. It was just so scary. And then for the longest time, I just wouldn't fly. I refused to fly. It was just, I couldn't do it. I had such anxiety about it. And then it got better. And then in 2016, 10 years ago, I had the opportunity to visit Hawaii for the very first time. Always at the top of my bucket list when it comes to travels. I wanted to go to Hawaii. I was like, there's no way I could ever pass up an opportunity over a fear of flying. So I did it. Going out was perfect. It was the perfect flight. Not really any turbulence at all. Coming back was a different story. We got laid over. Well, our flight got canceled in Honolulu. We had to go to Honolulu and our flight got canceled, so we ended up being put up in a hotel in Honolulu overnight. So, and it was pretty rough, but it was winter, it was January, so it was like, it wasn't a big deal. I just enjoyed that trip so much. It was a trip of a lifetime for me to be able to go to Hawaii, and I feel very grateful and blessed that I had that opportunity that a lot of people may not get, you know. I think, oh, my life is so boring, I don't travel anymore, you know, I don't, but it really isn't. I mean, I don't have high expectations when it comes to travel. I'm not hard to please. I could go anywhere, you know, I could go anywhere at all, and I don't, you know, I might think, oh, I might get an idea about a place from looking it up online, watching videos and seeing pictures, but I don't, you know, I don't know. I don't expect a lot out of travel. I'm pleased. I'm not hard to please. I'm really not when it comes to traveling. Well, it comes to anything, really. I could go anywhere and have a good time, really. I mean, I could go to I could say I could go grocery shopping and have a good time, you know. Well, I don't know if I'd say that, but anyway, so I know I've been talking for a long time. I'm gonna head on over now to the river. Okay, everybody, so I had to clear out my my gallery, a bunch of videos that I hadn't deleted yet that I've already uploaded. I leave some of them if they're really nice, you know, like some of the shorts, or if they're of Casey. Gotta cherish my time with Casey, and I think I keep all of the videos and pictures of him. Anyway, I'm here well, I'm sitting on a bench here, but I'm on Alameda. This is not the bench I usually sit at. It's further down. I didn't feel like walking down there right now. I don't know if I'm gonna go down there. There's a bus stop right there, so I may not need to go all the way down there. It's shadier, but I want to be in the sun, you know. I just want to be in the sun. Oh boy. So yeah, I could walk down here by the river. I've been exploring a little bit. I found some new things to take pictures of. Well, actually across the street from this park, this big huge park, there's a dance center, studio or something, and they had one of those utility boxes. It was all paint, you know, like mural style, like a mural on a wall, only on an utility box. They do that a lot here. Well, I'm sure they do it in most places, but you see a lot of that here, you know, these mural type paint, you know, not graffiti, but just art, you know, really nice art. Ooh, well, yeah, that's, ooh, that would be a good shot right there. Maybe I'll use that as a thumbnail. Yeah, it looks like river. It just looks like there's no water right now, so I guess I'll just walk down here. I don't know if I've ever really explored down in here. I don't know. It's too dangerous to climb down these, well, especially that one. There's no way I could ever get down that one. These, like, I call them walls, I guess. Natural walls, I guess. I don't know what to call them. They're not a good idea unless it's more like a hill. That's not exactly a hill that you can climb or climb down from up there. Ooh, here's a nice spot. Wonder if you can sit over here. Let me, I have to be careful when I'm filming when I go down these hills. Ooh, yeah, okay. I'll just go up here then. Going down can be really scary sometimes. Ooh, I found one of these tunnel things, and there's a big rock inside it. Big, huge rock. Huh. Imagine trying to transport that down to Madrid, drawing all over it, trying to transport that to the arroyo down in Madrid. That would be interesting. But I couldn't do it because I don't have a car. So yeah, I gotta be really careful. But I know what I'm doing. I got some experience. I got some years of doing this. Actually, okay, well, trying to decide. I think I'll just stop the camera for right now, and then I'll pick it back up in a second. Look at that. That red, that graffiti, whatever it is pretty kind of. It's graffiti nonetheless, but still kind of pretty. I like red. I like the color red. I just like the color red, especially when it's like in art, like a painting or a drawing or something. And did you guys see my drawing I did for, well, it was kind of meaningful to me in that it was, you know, rest in peace, well, rest in paradise, because I've always thought of heaven as being kind of just a paradise. I've had dreams of what, images and dreams of what it might be like, and it really, to me, the idea, I got that heaven is a resting place, just where you have no worries, no troubles, no fears, no, you know, anxieties, and it's just a resting place. And that's a dream I had once. I don't mean to get too, like, religious or anything like that. I'm just telling about an experience I had with this dream I had actually during COVID when I was having health issues. And it was I mean, it was just like a resting place. It wasn't like, I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't like what people might imagine it to be, at least the dream I had now. I mean, yeah. I won't go any further. I didn't want to get too, like, religious or anything. I am a religious person. I don't really attend church regularly, but I am very spiritual as well. And it's something that helps me cope with day-to-day life and losses, grief, sadness, and other things. Just life in general. Just whatever life throws at me, I can deal with it. I'm ready for it because I have a very spiritual beliefs. And anyway, getting back to that drawing I did, I got sidetracked again. I tend to do that a lot when I'm out, like walking around, doing stuff at home. I just get sidetracked a lot in general. But anyway, this is a nice spot to stand, you know. I feel like I'm perched on a lookout or something, watching over someone or something. The drawing was Rest in Paradise. That's the title of it. I like to title my drawings because I used to be a writer. I mean, I didn't like write and publish novels or anything. I was in a poetry group in Chicago a long time ago, maybe 20 years ago. And that was really interesting. Really kind of neat. But Rest in Paradise, you know, I say rest in peace, I say rest easy, but Rest in Paradise has more meaning for me just because I really now, as I've grown a little older, have become more religious, and just thinking of heaven being like that, as a paradise for the people who are good people, and, you know, just a place where you can be free and be happy and never fear, worry again, like ever, for all of eternity. And yeah, so and that's the drawing was my vision of what it's like in paradise, which is heaven, and that's my vision, what I drew. I think I have it in a video, I'm not sure, and I know I took a picture of it and put it on my channel. I don't know when that was it last week maybe? So if you can check that out if you want, if you're into art with deep meaning. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get down on this rock and kind of relax and chill and just take in the beauty, or the peacefulness, beauty, and live in the moment. I'm back. I was sitting reflecting here. Reflection time. Yeah, this is really peaceful. I'm glad. I mean, it's just so hard to find a spot that's comfortable to sit down here by the river, because, I mean, of course, there's no benches down here. I mean, there are spots in Santa Fe by the river where there are benches, but not around here. So I have to be really careful, not lose my footing. I could end up in the emergency room, these rocks, you know, if I fell. I mean, I don't think I'd break, well, I don't know. I don't want to break my back. I don't even want to think about that. But anyway, I just like this shot right here. I know there's some graffiti in it. I don't like the black graffiti as much. It makes a good shot though, you know. And that rock in there, it's cool. You know, I'm an explorer, so I like to find things like this. I mean, some people might not find that interesting. I'm not saying you guys, I'm just saying, like, say my parents would not want to sit down here on rocks by the river and stare at a tunnel with like graffiti and a giant rock in it. I'm not saying, my parents wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, to me, I just find it so fascinating that people that I watch and people that are my friends on YouTube, are kind of drawn to stuff like this. They just get fascinated with little, I find beauty in the mundane, and I learned to do that a long time. Well, I should say since I've lived here. Even, I don't know, I guess sometimes when I was back in Chicago, but I didn't really like to explore as much then. I did sometimes, but, in a big city you have to be really careful and just be really careful. And I don't know, I've always, been curious, interested in things that are just, I don't know, just ordinary, or maybe not ordinary, but just nothing that would grab a person's attention normally, like something like this. But I just find it very, like, oddly interesting, I guess. I don't know how to describe what I do. I want to get back to more exploration videos, but not in those arroyos. That was something I did during COVID, and because it was really shut down here in New Mexico. Nothing was really open except for like essential businesses. I don't even know if the parks were open, so all we could really do is just kind of wander around on the trails. They wanted us to get out and get exercise on the trails and stuff, maybe ride our bikes or walk or run, whatever, but there was nowhere to really go and hang out. I think maybe the parks were even closed. I'm not sure on that. I heard that, but anyway, that was 6 years ago. But yeah, I discovered these arroyos. Now I live right near one. There are tons of them here. Well, not just in Santa Fe, around New Mexico, and Arizona has them. I don't know if it's a Southwest desert thing, or I don't know, these tunnel things. And not the tunnels. The tunnels are like everywhere. If you really look for them, you can find these. But the arroyos are kind of, they can be sketchy. I mean, you never know who or what you're gonna find, and I learned that. So I mean, nothing ever scary or bad happened. So it wasn't, nothing that traumatized me about going in the arrows. I just stopped doing it because I really didn't feel comfortable anymore, and people were telling me to be careful, and I really wanted to take that advice because you just never know. Never know what's around the corner. But this isn't an arroyo. This is just a river, dried up riverbed. Well, no, that's what arroyo is. It's a Spanish word for it's a dried up riverbed. This is actually the Santa Fe River that doesn't have any water in it, but it's not an arroyo. You can see all the way down. That's not an arroyo. I guess there's a difference. It's February, so there's not going to be water, I guess. I don't know. I hope I'm not just rambling about whatever. But I like to just think out loud. I do that a lot. So that's why this is a good job, if you will call it, for me to do stuff like this with my YouTube channel. I really wanted to get back into this. It's just, I don't know, cold. It doesn't scare me. It just makes me really uncomfortable to be out in the cold, shivering and shaking. And I mean, I'm used to it, but I mean, cold here is not cold in Chicago by any means, but this is a very spring-like day today, so I rather enjoy that. I rather enjoy spring. Like Chicago didn't have seasons like New Mexico does. It has all 4 seasons, but Chicago really doesn't. It has 2, summer and winter and summer. And the winter is the longest, and the summer is the shortest. Well, I mean, there's not a lot of trash or anything. There's a little bit, and there's some right there, but there's not a lot of trash down here. I've done cleanups by the Santa Fe River. I don't know that I ever filmed myself actually doing the work. Well, no, actually, I did one time. Yeah. But I've done cleanups down here by the river, and And that's oddly satisfying for some reason. It's not like I said, this is fun, but picking up trash is fun. I actually get satisfied from doing that because uh, it's my contribution to Mother Earth, I guess. I'm not like what they call, I guess there's a term called tree hugger. I wouldn't say I'm that, but I really do care about the environment. I can't recycle because my complex does not recycle. And I was doing it for a while, giving all my recyclables to my parents to take and since I don't have a car, I can't drive my recyclables to the dump station or whatever, but so I don't do it anymore, and I feel really guilty about it. I feel like a hypocrite, but there's nothing I can really do because my mom just didn't like having to be responsible for all my recyclables because they don't go really often to the dump station. So, and there's different like places, like glass goes to one place, and it's just like if I had glass stuff, my mom says you don't have to recycle glass. The one thing I don't like throwing out is those, and I try not to buy them, the sodas or drinks with the plastic, whatever they call that, plastic handles, or the thing that, what do they call that? Those plastic rings that go around like soda bottles that you buy in the store. I really don't like throwing those out. I've had to maybe a couple times, but I don't know. I just try not to use that. I really have a thing about throwing out plastic. The stuff I've learned about what happens, where it goes. No, I'm not giving a environmental 101 lecture or anything. It's really pretty. I don't know. See, I find beauty in just my surroundings, and even at home. I just couldn't stay at home today. I have to go to my therapy appointment in the afternoon. Those leaves, and that branch was kind of just hanging there, like resting on another branch. It's leaves. Interesting. I notice these things. I'm very perceptive and observant. I don't know. Well, I really want to get a picture of that. I'm not taking pictures of myself right now, but I'll wait for Arizona to do that. I'll do a selfie at the Window Rock. Perfect selfie opportunity, the Window Rock. You should look up Window Rock, Arizona, which is right pretty much on the New Mexico Arizona line, state line. So, I don't know. I guess that's all I have for now. Let's see. Yeah, I have therapy at 1:30, so I'm not going to stay here a really long time. I'm going to just stay here a little longer and drink my soda. The thing is, I've got to finish it before I get on the bus. And it's a big bottle. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I know this is a long one for me. I don't usually do videos this long, or I used to sometimes, but I haven't in a long time done. I think this is probably going over 30 minutes now. It's going to take a long time. I don't know. This is Wednesday. I don't know if you'll see it until tomorrow, probably. I'm not sure. I'd like to get it up today, but we'll see. Maybe I'll go over and sit on the bench over where I was and start working on it, editing. I mean, I edit on my phone. I know that. I know it might sound different, but I don't know. I don't like. I film on my phone. I film always on my phone. I do have some vlogging equipment now, like a tripod and a microphone. I don't think I need really. I mean, I'm sure you can hear me today. It's not real windy, and it's not a lot of traffic out, but I do have a microphone. I do have a tripod, so I haven't used the microphone yet. I don't think I really needed to. Maybe next month in March, which is our windiest month, I'll need it if I'm out walking and stuff. But take it all in. Ooh. Okay, this one's getting pretty long, but I don't want to. I mean, I just feel like I want to share this with everybody because it's not New Mexico is very different than other states. Well, it's like similar to Arizona, but it's just unique, and just all the little things just everything I've discovered and learned, and since I've been here and experienced. And May 16th, just not for another couple months, or 3 months, I guess, will be my 8 years anniversary of living here. I can't believe it's been that long. It's mind blowing how long it's been that I've lived here. It just seems like yesterday, the whole move and everything, and it's been 8 years. That means in another 2 years will be a decade. 10 years. That's amazing. And 2028 will be 10 years. Okay, everybody, that's enough for now, or from me for now, because I've been talking, but I just want to share this with everybody. And you all have a peaceful, wonderful day, and be well. I love you. Take care.